Wrong. I think I guessed wrong because all of the color drains from Jin Song's face, and he is quiet until I start talking about Mr. Khan, how he wants us to decide on our careers. I will probably be a florist, just like my mom. I like arranging flowers. Jin Song says he knows 100% what he is going to be, a professional baseball player. Great. Mom's date went great, which is great, but not so great. Now I have to keep them together forever so I do not have to move again. That was a close one. It is probably a good thing Callie didn't guess my riddle. If she knew I liked her, she might tell someone. And then that person might tell someone else. And then the entire school would find out. What was I thinking? Trim. Saturday morning, Mom pulls the craft scissors from a drawer, says it's time for my first weekly trim, even though it hasn't been a full week since she cut my hair. How is the hair pulling? She wants to know. She checks the top of my head. I don't see any new spots. Cold scissor blades rest against my skin. I want to scream. I want to run. I tell her I don't want short hair, but all I do is bite my cheek. I bend my neck. One of these days, I'll speak up. Still. Monday morning comes much too soon, like having a bowl of icy water dumped onto my head while I am dreaming of lovely things, mostly paper lanterns and mooncakes. I am in first period language arts reading my library book when my butt and legs get all twitchy. I shift, 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 swing my legs in and out, in and out, in and out. Something hits my back. I turn around. Beatrice frowns. Why can't you sit still? I bet $100,000 if Beatrice felt like something was poking her ribs, tickling her nose, and pinching her legs, she couldn't sit still either. Normal. My eyes squeeze shut, and my mouth opens wide into a silent scream. Annoying ticks. I face forward. I glue my eyes to the whiteboard. Beatrice taps my shoulder. I turn around again. What? Do you plan on making those weird faces all year long? I would like to ask her if she plans on being a beast all year long. She continues, because if you ever want to get a friendship locket, you might want to act normal. She points around the room. Ivy, Hazel, Gwyneth, Tilly, Grace, they all have friendship lockets. Every girl at Blackridge has one, except you. I glance at Beatrice's neck. And you don't have a locket either. Busted. Mr. Khan strolls past us. He taps on our desks. Reading time is quiet time, ladies. Strike one. Every 5 minutes during reading time, Callie pulls something flat from her pocket, studies it for a while, and then puts it back. What the heck is it? I have to know. So the next time she pulls it out, I ball up a piece of notebook paper and make my way real slow towards the trash can. I am so busy looking at her hands that I don't notice her bag lying on the floor. I trip over it. And to keep myself from flying forward and looking like a total loser, I grab onto Callie's arm. She startles and lets out a small scream. Mr. Khan clears his throat. Is there a reason you are out of your seat right now, Jin Song? I am throwing this paper away. He strokes his beard and grabbing other students. I shake my head, but Mr. Khan asked to speak with me after class. Strike one. I throw away the wadded piece of paper and go back to my seat. Great. Just great. I am probably on Mr. Khan's bad side now, all because Callie had to make me curious, and she wasn't even looking at anything cool. She was holding a silly red flower. Trouble. Dr. Khan calls me up to his desk. I swallow. I let out 3 long breaths. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. He whispers, Miss June? Callie? Are you feeling all right? Yes, I'm fine, I say. You seem a bit nervous, a bit upset. It's nice of him to ask, but I am not supposed to tell. I'm okay, I say. The teacher scratches his beard. All right, then. Just know I am here if you need to talk. I nod my head. Thanks. After class. Mr. Khan gives me the, being the student body president means you're the example to all of the other kids speech. Yes, sir. All right, he winks. No more interruptions after this, okay? I give him a thumbs up sign and exit the room before he can make me say artichoke like he usually does. Precipitation. In science, Mrs. Locke says the word precipitation. It's a fun-sounding word, so I immediately say it in my head. Precipitation. Next, I have to test out all of the syllables. Precipitation. And then I just can't stand it. I have to say it out loud. Precipitation. Groups. We divide into small groups and analyze precipitation graphs from different cities. Each time someone in my group says that word, I have to repeat it, feel each letter on my tongue, hear the stresses of each syllable pronounced in exactly the right way. It doesn't take long for my group, especially Beatrice Lopez, to notice. Copycat. After Beatrice says precipitation a bazillion times, I repeat precipitation a million times. She turns to me and asks, Are you sure your name isn't Copycat? Everyone in my group laughs. I clench my teeth hard, so hard I swear I feel them crack. He doesn't even look. Soon, echoes of precipitation pop up all over the classroom. Mrs. Locke doesn't do anything to stop it, and I'm not surprised because all she witnesses is her students discussing their assignment. But someone knows, sees, and hears. Yet, he, Jinsong, doesn't say a word. Jinsong doesn't move a muscle. Jinsong doesn't even look up from his book. Biting my tongue. I hear it. I hear it all, and it bothers me. Them teasing her like that. It is funny, I will admit, how she repeats the word. But they don't have to throw it at her like a baseball pitch to her face. I stare at my book. I tell myself the teasing will stop. It will stop any second now, but it does not. Not for a long, long time. There is a war going on inside my brain, in my heart, in my head. One side wants to be Jinsong, Black Ridge student, student body president, and friend to all. The other wants to be best buddies with Duncan Gray and Niall. I think only one side can win. Part 2. Winter. 3 months. Mom comes home late from her date with Tom. smelling like flowers and pizza and people. They have been dating for 3 months now. She tiptoes into my room and kisses my cheek. She probably thinks that I'm asleep. How did it go? She startles, then grins. Sweet pea, you're awake. I nod my head, smile a sleepy smile. We had fun, she says. We played laser tag, she says, with some of Tom's friends. She strokes my eyebrows like she did when I was little. I close my eyes and pretend I still am little. Chance. Mom glides her hand across my hair and gasps. We forgot your trim last week. My eyes shoot open. I sit up. She's right. This is good. Here is my chance, the perfect opportunity. I have got to tell her how I feel. I lick my lips. I open my mouth, and a whistling sound comes from the kitchen. The tea's done. Mom pats my hand. She leaves the room. Opportunity splatters the carpet and walls like an airborne bowl of spaghetti. Next time I will tell her, even if it makes her cry. Jell-O. November, December, and January are not much different. Beatrice points out every face Callie makes. She laughs at every sound. She gets the other kids to join in too. And every day after school, after my thing is done, I meet Callie by the old oak tree and we walk the rest of the way home together. We talk about everything. Well, no, that's a lie. We never talk about how I sit in the corner like a blob of Jell-O, listening to it all, but saying nothing.